Gonna watch Home Alone 3.
I do not feel like this is a 1997 film. I always thought it was like early 2000s. Like 2005 was what I thought. I don't know why. Oh, I think this is the one where he tapes the scope to the remote and is like changing channels in another person's house, I think.
Which doesn't make sense.
Because, yeah, I can barely get the remote. I have to work on a TV from like 2 feet away, so.
Yeah, but that was, this is the 21st century. Obviously, we don't need remotes anymore.
True.
I'm trying to get out of that shit. They want
Yeah.
TVs that just
You just speak to him.
speak to them, or they just know. And just like YouTube.
That's the kind of world Elon Musk wants.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just senses as soon as you're tired of a channel.
I thought that was the guy from Facebook.
That was Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Well, Elon Musk is the one doing the
Jesus
brainwave thing. Silicon Valley is in California.
Mhm.
Silicon Valley, isn't that in Florida?
I don't know.
Isn't Silicon with all like the fake boobies?
Yeah, they still do it at Silicon Valley as well.
Silicon? I don't know.
I mean, plastic surgery is universal. It's everywhere. It's not centrally
You
thesis
go
in
to-
Florida.
You go to Silicon Valley to get booby implants. They just put microchips in your titties.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Turn them into speakers.
21st century, man. It's 2022. Instead of that fucking circular cylindrical speaker that people have just walking around on, now it's
No.
just in their titties. It's like the amps that you used to put in the back of your car.
Yeah.
It's a sound setup. Yeah. It's just basses, so they know you're coming.
That's insane.
Here, hide it in the toy car. We'll slip it right past airport security.
This is 1997. I
This-
guarantee you could have snuck by. You could have had that chip
Oh,
in,
yeah,
your,
you
in
could-
your bag. And they would have been like, "What's this?" Like, it's a chip for my
Chip my
computer.
VCR. Oh, okay.
Cool.
Keep it moving.
Get in there.
I just thought the scene was corny. What kind of assholes walk 4 wide through the airport?
These assholes. That's who. Spies or terrorists. That's how you know.
Yes, ma'am. Step back. Ma'am, you'll have to wait, please.
Was security really like this in 1997? I always heard it was a lot more lax.
Yeah, it's always been that way.
But this still seems like, this doesn't seem any different than
I mean,
now.
they still did their jobs. It's not that they
Yeah.
let people in. They were just like, "Yeah, you don't need to go through that." I get it. I don't mean to inconvenience. They just got Canadians. They were like, they're just like, "Sorry, I don't want to trouble you but can you go through the metal detector?" It's like,
Sorry.
no.
Do you want, if you want to, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
You know what? It's you're probably late for your flight. It's okay.
Oh my god.
Is it popcorn?
I was never sure what that was.
She's like, "Oh my god, it transformed."
I thought maybe it was bread.
I thought it was just a giant sub sandwich she got at the airport.
Yeah, little did they know the bag they grabbed had transformer in it.
Yeah.
That car was a transformer. Turned into bread.
I checked the Dallas, Miami, New York, and Denver lounges. Nothing.
Bars, restaurants, club lounge, clean.
It has to be on a plane.
What does it have to be on a plane? I don't understand. It could be in any bag.
He has sideburns. You should trust him. It really doesn't make any sense. Like, oh, we lost it. We don't see it. That means it's on a plane.
That means
You
natural.
lost it 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, how do you know it's on a plane?
Not even 5 minutes ago.
Mr. Beaupre?
I'm going, Mr.
Did they
Jernigan.
just go onto the plane in Chicago?
I think they did.
They just went in and they just went on a plane.
They went on there. Oh, never
No, I
mind.
know security was lax, but it wasn't that lax.
Just anybody getting on any plane they want.
So, do you have a ticket for this plane? It's like, no, we just go in there.
It's like
okay,
it's
sounds
like the
good.
trains from India where people are just hanging off the side.
Yeah.
You had a fare from the airport around 1620 hours, January 8th. Senior citizen, female, Caucasian.
What? About 4:30 today, old broad.
Oh,
I guarantee you wouldn't remember.
No way. Stan Lee here wouldn't remember that shit.
He's just like, I don't fucking know, man. I just drive people.
Is this a loaf of the famous San Francisco sourdough bread? This won't make a very...
It's like it doesn't look like a loaf. Looks like a race car.
Are you asking me?
Consider this your payment, and have your mother teach you that it is rude to scratch yourself in the presence of a lady.
I don't see one, but continue to scratch myself. It's like, I'm itchy. Like, bitch. Like, what do you want?
So like, why is this lady such an asshole to a kid? Like,
You
you're
gotta
out
teach him
here,
young.
you're out here debating like with a 5-year-old.
Yeah, you gotta teach him young. It's like, why didn't you shovel my snow while I was out? No, but what was it saying? She brought a loaf of bread from San Francisco to Chicago, and she just had it in her bag.
Famous San Francisco bread. Oh wow.
What were you gonna do? It like, not only did she bring it from San Francisco to Chicago, she just brought a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
Just one loaf.
Just old women, you don't understand them.
She's gonna eat that whole entire loaf of bread. She's gonna watch an episode of Gilmore Girls and just start just nomming at that fucking bread.
That lady always reminded me of this teacher we used to have at our school.
Shit.
She was always like an asshole for no reason, but she would go to the trash can to blow her nose, and then she'd take the tissue and shove it down the sleeve of her shirt to keep it for later. She just did like a bunch of other weird shit that didn't make any sense. But
Maybe she was a magician. She's gonna start. She's gonna start pulling it out of her sleeve.
Keep that in your mouth. Chicken pox. I'll go make you some soup.
I'll bring a TV up from the family room.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
he's like the polar opposite of the other kid, though. Macaulay Culkin, his character. The
Yeah.
parents are like essentially like, "Fuck you, kid." And this one, they're like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, they're loving and caring. They're obviously not gonna leave this kid by himself in the house
Oh, absolutely not. They.
through negligence.
I think they end up doing it though.
Well, yeah, because they got work.
It is Home Alone, so I think they leave him home alone.
So I think that what we... I'm really sorry, Bruce. Can I just call you back in a minute? Thanks.
Oh shit, he's gonna shoot his mom. That's how he gets her attention. He just starts blowing holes into the roof.
The bell's not working.
I was ringing the bell, but you weren't fucking listening. So I decided this Glock might do the trick.
Well, it's a cozy little place.
Well, isn't this charming?
And it's available immediately.
My boys are just gonna love it here.
Why did she have to change her accent?
And her hair. It's not like they know.
Hair, I guess I'd get that way in case they're like, "Oh no, it was a blonde," and it would throw anyone that possibly was looking off her trail. But like the voice,
But also, did they buy the house?
I
Because you have to put a
guess.
down payment and a credit card.
I guess they did.
It's not like they just like, yeah, rent's due on this day, no down payment, mortgage. We don't have to focus about that.
Yeah, you could
You
definitely
can-
come in here and stake out the place next door.
You can live in the house for the time being, and then you pay. You
Pay at
when
the
you're-
end.
You pay when you're ready. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, he's gonna shoot her.
Imagine how fucking fun that would be if that actually worked, though.
Dude, I would be having a fucking blast if I was a child.
Absolutely.
So fun fact. Okay, so I think there's an app. I think they got rid of it.
Are you
Yeah.
talking about the Universal TV app?
Yeah.
I got that one time back when I was still at home, and I would mess with my brother and just randomly turn the TV off or change the channel.
I would do that at like restaurants and like places.
That's fucking smart.
But I don't know. Eventually, people were just like, "Who the fuck is doing this? I'll fucking kill you." I was like, I should probably stop.
I'll be gone an hour at the very most. I called Mrs. Hess and told her you'll be alone, and she...
You call Mrs. Hess? She knows I'm gonna be alone?
I tried to shoot her this afternoon.
Are Hess gas stations a thing down here, or were they ever?
No.
Okay, because they used to be up north, and every Christmas we would get the Hess toy. They had these like lines of toy trucks, and they'd always come out with like a special one every year. We'd always get them for Christmas from my grandma.
For your grandma?
From my grandma.
Oh, from
Yeah.
your grandma. I thought it was for your grandma. I was like, is your grandma collecting toy trucks? What is she doing?
Yep.
If you see toy dolls around, I think it's safe to say that you're not going to find a fucking motorized vehicle,
Well,
an
no.
RC car.
Remember Sid from Toy Story? Toy Story.
Yeah, but he was in
He had
another
RC
one.
cars and ripped apart dolls.
Yeah, but this is different. He was in clearly a girl's room that was like well kept,
Hey,
not full of fucking explosives.
women can do it too. Women can be terrorists too. They don't do it often. But
It's true, like this girl.
Oh my god.
911 emergency.
I saw a burglar.
Are you by yourself?
The guy isn't at my house. He's at the Steffens. Their address is 3015 Washington.
At 8, did you know your neighbor's address?
No, fuck no. I don't even know my neighbors now.
I mean, it's easy in an apartment complex.
No.
Because you just take your number -1 or +1. That's a cool shot, except you just got into a minivan.
Yeah. Did he jump in?
I guess. I would
It's
love to see the
cool- it's-
bloopers from that.
Yeah, it's cool from like the angle where it like he disappears, but from the other angle you
Had to
just
look
see
so nerdy.
you have to like crouch and then jump.
Yeah. It's like, you know, all the time Batman just like randomly disappears when no one's looking. Imagine
he
the person
books
that
it.
is watching him, how corny he looks.
Yeah, because he has to book it like really quick. Because every time it's like it's Jim Gordon in a vault, and then he looks back and Batman's no longer there. But really, it's just Batman like
To just-
turning around, just running as fast
Imagine
as
the
he
sound of like the rubber suit just.
can. It's what I assume like two people in love with that are into BDSM sounds like, just rubbing against each other, just in leather.
There was no one in the house. It doesn't appear that anything's been taken. Son, false alarms are no joking matter.
It wasn't a false alarm.
We gave him a police set for Christmas, a badge and a hat and a whistle. He took it very seriously. He went around the house arresting relatives for various crimes.
this officer gets like really annoyed. He's like, "You think you could do my job? You think you're better than me? You're better than me? How about we go for a ride along, huh? Take you to the real parts of Chicago."
Peter Beaupre, Earl Unger.
Why do they look like a model picture of him sitting there with the cigarette?
Because it was. Those are his headshots. He sent them to the FBI. It's like, if you're gonna take a picture of me, here's
At
the
least
picture.
a good picture.
Here's the picture.
She's leaving.
Is all clear.
Like, why do y'all have to wear disguises? Never mind. I take it back.
It's a very nosy neighborhood. Everyone knows
Well,
that
no,
people in
it's-
Chicago look out for each other.
Clearly. No, what I mean is like, because yesterday the cops just got called on them, so it would make sense. Because I don't think they wore disguises the day
True.
before.
FBI, open up!
They really just okay. They broke open those
They
doors.
said, fuck your house.
What about Johnny Allen's dog? His dog was kidnapped on Monday morning.
Alex, apologize to the chief and go up to your room.
Excuse me for being a good citizen.
Bitch.
Fucking clapbacks, man.
It'd be funny if he was just walked out and he was just like,
What kind of a burglar goes into a house and doesn't take anything?
probably me.
You get cold feet when you get in there. Like, oh
So,
shit,
yeah, that's probably.
I don't want to do this.
They probably need this. Probably means a lot to them. It's probably handed out by like generations. They probably should not take this.
There was a story where some dude broke into someone's house. All he did was shave the cat's head and dip.
What a fucking asshole.
I keep
It's
threatening.
called domestic terrorism, dude. You can't do that.
I keep threatening. I'm gonna shave Heidi's one cat's head.
That's cruel.
It won't let me though.
Yeah, why take the dog at all? Like, you can jog by yourself. You don't need a dog.
I mean, I guess it just makes you look more authentic in Chicago.
More friendly.
Especially kidnapping a dog from a certain area,
Yeah,
staying in that area, and then walking it. Like, you're a fucking idiot.
like, I don't know my neighbors, but I'm sure I would know my neighbor's dog.
Yeah. Especially if he just said, yo, Johnny's dog got kidnapped.
Kid, a lot of toys have Air Force written on it. This is a recruiting office, son. We don't handle matters like this.
Are you thinking about joining the Air Force? Just constantly calls him. Just like every day. Hey, Kevin, Mark, Alex. I was, since you called, I've been wondering, like, how you doing, man? Do you want to come on and sign up, maybe?
You don't call me anymore. I miss hearing from you.
Just remember, I mean, the Air Force has the best style. Like, you guaranteed a job afterwards. I guarantee it.
Oh. Alex, do you know a Bradley Clovis?
A Bradley Cooper? Yeah, he was great in the A-Team.
Yeah, voice of Rocky the Raccoon.
Rocky the Raccoon? You mean Rocket?
Rocket the Raccoon. The Rocky Raccoon's a song.
They're gonna come after me tomorrow, Doris. Nobody will.
Why does it look like a bunch of those are bent? It's like your thing's already pretty much fucked, so.
It's just, I don't know, it's a specific little key that you gotta put into a rocket, apparently. Like, you just gotta finagle it. You gotta go at it at an angle for some reason and then put it in. I don't know.
What do I do? That means fight. You are right.
To party? You gotta fight for your right to
Gotta
party, bro.
fight for your right. I heard the Beastie Boys hated that song.
I don't blame them. It's not a great song.
I heard they didn't really want to make it, but because they were kind of mocking people by making it. I don't know.
I do appreciate that he spends the whole night
Yeah.
for something that happens tomorrow, as opposed to Kevin, where
Yeah.
it just takes like 45 minutes.
not even. Because remember, it said.
Yeah, it was they come in at 9. It was like 8:30. He was just like, I got like 15 minutes
Yeah,
to set all this
yeah.
shit up.
Or he left the church at 8, and
Yeah,
then by
yeah,
like
9 they came in.
But I don't think it was quite 9 that they came in. He's like, oh, we gotta go.
Wanna buy a little silence? Double or nothing?
Parrot, I am twice your size. I will
I will-
fucking strangle you,
I will
son.
defeather you.
You do it for one fucking cracker or I'll kill you. Do you understand that? It's like, all right, Jesus. Don't you have chicken pox? Like, how are you doing all this? How are you running around?
Resilient ass kid.
Ow.
Damn. Cracked skull.
I could see this happening, like actually happening, because I feel like it has happened.
Oh yeah. Back
Dogs see a squirrel and they just wrapped around your fucking legs. You didn't even know.
we were helping out the one teacher at my school. We went over their house and we were like, I think we were rototilling their garden. My family, my dad would always like do stuff for people that needed help.
Yeah.
And they had this dog, and my brother and his friend like knew that the dog would like yank on his leash if they threw a toy, and I was holding the leash, and they throw this toy for him. He just fucking runs. I get yanked across I fly through the
Yeah.
air, land on my face, and they're just laughing at me. I was like, "You're fucking assholes."
In all fairness, it is pretty hilarious.
It was pretty fucking funny, to be honest.
Again, why are you wearing this? It's like
It was so ominous.
you're in a neighborhood. You're not fucking storming a base in Russia.
I'm
Like,
really
what?
passionate about the snow.
Also, he has a belt full of shotgun shells. He doesn't have a shotgun. Like, you see?
Yeah.
Why does he have a belt full of shells? That would shoot through you too, because he has some right here.
You would.
He
Your
has-
legs would get blown off.
Yeah, he has some right next to, like, right on his stomach.
I don't know if you can set off shotgun shells with electric.
Yeah, I don't think you can. It needs like a pressure on the clip, right?
Yeah, on the primer.
Yeah.
A thought for you to consider. At airport security. Make sure you have the right package. I certainly hope that you're not fond that little boy across the street.
Why does she have to be like intentionally like seductive in every conversation she has?
I don't know. It was 1997. They were just like, you got to be sexy. It's like, with a grandma? It's like, yeah. The guy behind the camera is just like, yeah, it's totally.
Everybody loves Gilf action.
It's like Cruel Intentions. I want that, but it's just, you know, you gotta be sexy, like grandma and everything.
Unger?
Oh, you know he means business when he does one of these.
Yo.
Like,
Just the 2 fingers.
I remember the situation being like, that would suck so hard.
Oh yeah. Like you wouldn't immediately just step out of the way.
That's a good point.
Huh?
I guess I would be in his situation where I would just get sprayed and be like, ah, turn it off.
Stop.
How did that happen?
I don't don't know.
Dead.
Yeah, from that.
They would be dead.
Let's say about 20 feet, you'd be dead. 20 feet is being conservative.
That's like what, 85 pounds?
At least.
I got hit twice, you dumb broad.
Excuse me, Mr. Unger. I didn't get taken down by an infant.
Well, I wasn't seducing a granny, all right?
Yeah, I was giving that sexy talk to grandma.
You have time to duck here.
So much time.
He's just like, I can take it. Give me your best shot, kid.
I mean, it's only a water balloon with flour.
You can run, but you can't hide, Junior.
Surprise.
This guy would be blind.
Very much. Also, that is not how a sawzall works.
What are you talking about? That's how
You ever try to cut through something without starting on an edge with a sawzall?
Yeah, you just bust through it and then you start it on.
You would totally bend that.
I got him!
Dead.
Oh, yeah, definitely dead. Also, how did what's the name get that up there? That's a heavy ass piece of machinery.
I don't think he did. I think it was just up there.
Why would you store that there?
As winter. Like, what's the point of it? Yeah, but that's a good point. Like, why would you have it stored, like, in the attic?
You are dead, kid.
Oh shit.
Would that actually happen? It'd be like, it would make sense.
No, not really.
Like if something like held the trigger. But it's cool. He's got multiple dudes carrying his shells.
Sometimes, I think in some cases, if you drop a gun, it may go off, but it's not super common.
I do like how he has the shotgun, but none of the shells.
It's always to keep your shells on one person and shotgun on the other.
Multiple people. You're gonna hold my bandoliers. Dude, you look down. You would have.
That's a
seen
habit of all the criminals in the first two and this one. They don't look down before they go through the window.
I feel like it wouldn't take that. It wouldn't be that quick.
What?
Like it being stuck in there.
Well, I mean, some glue just is really,
Just as soon as you put it on there.
you know, like the stuff for strongman you
Yeah.
put on your for stones,
Oh,
like
tacky?
that kind of tacky. Yeah.
Nice try, kid.
You can just climb up on the. That's fine.
The most innocent of all the pranks so far.
I mean, you gotta throw it in there, man.
Just gotta throw out a funny one,
Yeah.
just for a goof.
You gotta have. I mean, if you got a whoopee cushion, you gotta use it every chance you can.
It takes like 3 seconds to set up.
Again, you can just pop over the fence, over the railing. You don't have to do all that.
Especially after you just fucked up your back.
Why are his pants down? What happened, man? Was there a contraption that pulled your pants down? Like, I don't feel like there's a deleted scene for that one because why were your pants down?
I'm gonna come home right now.
No, take your time. Really? Don't come home, Mom.
Don't come back.
Pick up Stan and Mom.
In fact, you know what? Why don't you go to Kroger? You know, do some. You look down, my guy. You saw the gun clearly.
Just okay, so the phone call wasn't part of the plan. Yet he had that gun sitting there that he intentionally painted.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. Why was that there to begin with?
So why is he wearing Uggs?
Yeah, he is wearing Uggs. But I do like the power stance for holding a pistol. See,
Like spread.
he's leaning back,
He's trying to be James Bond so bad.
looking. He's just like, well, that's good.
Alice? You smacked my winky.
What grown man calls it a winky?
He smacked my winky. I'm gonna start using that around. That's amazing. Baby, smack my winky.
How did he get outside?
The same way you're gonna get outside.
Yeah, but if you jump, you're gonna launch yourself somewhere you don't want to go. That's a stupid idea.
It's very dumb idea.
Especially two people together.
Yeah, you would just. I feel like that would snap.
You would snap the trampoline.
Oh.
Do you think that water is actually cold that they're filming them in?
No, probably not. Maybe. I don't know.
Also, how low is their swimming pool, water-wise? Empty it for winter?
I guess that would make more sense. Actually, that wouldn't make any sense. Why would you empty it?
Oh, for winter, so it doesn't freeze. Then it would mess up your liner.
Here I come, you little brat.
Oh, that's like...
Dead.
Yeah. But also falling like that and being like stuck in something relatively tight, that was like my worst nightmare. I'm kind of...
Yeah.
In extreme cases, I'm claustrophobic.
This is the moment of truth. Alex is just like, Mrs. S, I'm glad you're okay, but remember that time you didn't pay me?
Remember that? This is all your fault, lady. You gave me this car.
Now you have two choices, Mrs. S. You can either pay me the time I shoveled your snow, or
You could stay here.
we can just talk it out till it gets a little colder. How's that?
Well, it's Alex, isn't it?
I think it's Mark. Actually, Kevin? I don't know.
The chip, son. Give me the chip.
That's not your gun. This is your gun.
Jesus. Wouldn't you feel this, like, the weight difference?
Yeah. I mean, you can hear the weight difference. Lovely just like, fuck this, man. Like, they didn't know that belonged to the people they're after.
That's true.
And I don't know if you ever followed plow trucks. They don't go fast. So they would be like, let's get there. But let's get there in the absolute slowest amount of time possible.
Let's get there at 35 miles an hour.
It'd be like more of a tour of the neighborhood at this point.
Now on the right side, it's where the wet bandits struck.
Mom!
This would be the biggest, what the fuck did I tell you? I would go to the police chief too. It's like, remember that time I called the police because there were burglars?
Yeah.
These are the fucking guys.
You didn't fucking believe me. You're a piece of shit.
That's the moral of the story. Believe your kids.
There's two guys in our pool and a woman in our basement. The other one's gone.
There's him?
Yep.
I put permanent paint on his face, so it's pretty easy to find.
He's blind now.
Lucy, I'm home. Houston, we have a problem. Take it. Double or nothing?
I only have one.
Again, why are you negotiating with a bird?
You could have immediately just like and put the wick out or the fuse.
It's true.
Or you have your knife, you could just cut the wick, fuse, whatever.
I mean, you can never cut the wick. John Wick will cut back.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Driver, it's a big old Tudor place with the Christmas lights in the driveway that hasn't been shoveled.
Hey?
That one right there.
What? I can't see. Where?
When did he cut the third?
What?
When did he cut the third hole out of the door?
I don't remember that part. Oh, when he was like laying down right next
Oh
to
yeah,
the
that's right, when he shoved it through the...
and then turned it on. Love how you said the house where the driveway wasn't shoveled, as opposed to that house where there are police officers and everybody. I really like this movie because it was fun.
Yeah, this is a fun one.
I like two and one as well, even though they were kind of ridiculous. I mean, they're all ridiculous. But now we have to watch the shitty ones. So
I like
4, 5,
how
and 6.
I like how number 5 is named The Holiday Heist. Like none of the other ones have been
Holiday
They're
Heist.
Holiday Heist.
Yeah. I guess Home Alone 3 wasn't really a heist, kind of, maybe.
I mean, what's a heist? You
Well,
breaking in to steal something?
They were trying to steal something.
There we go. That's it. Essentially a heist.
Fuck, man. If you think about it, You just need one Kevin McAllister or Mark or what's his name? Alex.
Alex.
Keep forgetting his name. You just need one Kevin McAllister or one Alex to put to defeat Ocean's 11.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Could you imagine if that was the movie? It's Ocean 11, but it's fucking Macaulay Culkin just fucking up their shit.
They need to essentially remake Home Alone with the grown
Ocean's
Macaulay
14.
Culkin.
Ocean's 14, except Macaulay Culkin's just fucking up their shit. He's like an FBI agent. He's just like part of a task force that deals with thieves.